This week, Pierce County's in the spotlight, and we're touching on the Pierce County housing market. Stick around. Hey everybody, I hope you're all doing well, and it was a lot of fun after the last video we put out about the housing market and what to expect. We had a lot of comments, we had a lot of interactions with people messaging us, asking us why we thought the way we did, and some people agreeing, some people disagreeing. And really that's what we're all here for, is just to give you guys information. We have done our research and we're just trying to pass that information on to you guys so that you can make the best decision for you. What's been on everybody's mind, and a lot of the comments that we had were on rates and how we thought that housing prices could go up with the rates going up. We're going to touch on the Pierce County report card and some information on mortgage rates from 2 weeks ago to this week. And again, like we said, how rates are going to keep going up. So if you want to lock in the lowest rate, probably in the next year, the time is right now. So again, we reached out to Dan Davis with Finance of America to give us some more information that we could pass on to you guys. Dan's been great in giving us everything that we need to help you guys be the most informed that you can be. First thing I asked him for was what are mortgage rates 2 weeks ago compared to today. So I just wanted to read off in the email what he sent so that I'm not trying to ad-lib this, because I'm not a loan officer and I just want to pass on the information. So he says, "Hi Eric, here's a sample rate per my request. Remember to keep in mind that people will pay more or less in points depending on their credit score and their loan to value. In this sample that he uses a $500,000 loan amount on an 80% loan to value. He just wanted to note as an FYI that national rate averages usually include paying about 3/4 to 1% in points. So a 30-year fix 2 weeks ago was at 4.875%. As we sit today, April 27th, 2022, that 30-year fixed rate is at 5.375%. So that's a full half percentage point above where they were 2 weeks ago. Again, that goes into the whole buying power that we've talked about in quite a few of the videos, and I'll leave a link right up here to that video that you can check out. On a 15-year fixed loan, 2 weeks ago is at 4.125. Today it's at a 4.625. So again, another 0.5% increase. I wanted to bring this up specifically to some of the people that had questions about, well, how, if rates are going up, is the housing market going to continue to, or housing prices going to continue to rise? And a lot of it, like I mentioned before, has to do with inventory. Another one of the great tools that I requested is called a real estate report card. And basically we can pull this up from a geographical area and give you a broad understanding of what's going on in that real estate market, the historical data, households, that sort of thing. So I'm going to put that up right here and just show you this one I had Dan run for us for Pierce County. Pierce County on a median home price right now, this was ran about a week ago, for Pierce County was at $442,902. That's a median average home price in Pierce County. Averaging about a 5% gain statistically year over year. Obviously, since last year, we're still at about an 18% year over year gain. That's most likely not sustainable, and that's probably where people are going to see the pullback, that it's not a housing market crash, but those housing prices will just start to level off a little bit, which is needed. We can't sustain a year over year 20% increase. That's what just drove house prices through the roof and made so many people feel that they couldn't get into the game and that they were just being priced completely out of the market. So on a $442,000 home, almost $443,000 home, you can expect to gain about $100,000 value in your home. Another cool thing that this shows, and this goes directly to the inventory issue that we have right now, that even though rates continue to rise, the inventory is just so low that it's going to continue to be a seller's market and people are going to be buying homes. So first we're going to look at the total population of Pierce County and then see how that relates into the millennials and why there's an inventory shortage. So Pierce County has a population roughly of around 871,000 people. Of that, about 353,000 of those people are renters. So that's roughly 40% of the population are renters right now. They estimate through their algorithm, pulling this stuff all together through Finance of America, that about 25% of those people are ready to buy. They have enough cash, they have good credit score, whatever, that they're able to get out in the home buying market. Why they haven't done it yet, we don't know. Rates were so low, it's probably the inventory. We get it. But let's go over here to formations, household formations. Household formations, and this is based on the 27 to 35 population. These are the millennials. These are what we've been talking about, why the inventory is low and all these people flooding the housing market that are going to keep prices up even though rates are going up. This is directly at that. The new housing formations in Pierce County alone are at 12,000, almost 12,500 homes. First-time home purchases being taken from that inventory are at around 7,500. So a good over half of that household populations are going out and finding homes. The actual houses being built are at 3,516. So half of the homes are being built for the amount of people that are coming into the market. You can see right there, that's the housing shortage. That's where the inventory is so low, keeping those housing prices up. It goes a little further in talking about unemployment, which is actually at pre-pandemic levels, actually a little lower. But remember in the last video, I talked about low unemployment can be, oddly enough, a precursor to triggering a recession. And also employment has been going up. So there's more jobs coming into Pierce County. There's just a lot more stuff going on in Tacoma with the port, some houses being built, more tech coming down here, people coming out of King County, escaping some of the high prices. So Pierce County is starting to feel some of that overflow from King County. And actually a fun thing to note is in one website that we have access to, it actually shows where people are moving to from certain areas. And Pierce County is getting a huge influx of people from King County, and we can all guess why. Just the prices are pushing people this way, which will in turn lower the inventory for Pierce County and keep driving prices up. Hopefully they'll steady off though. We don't want to see that huge rate increase scaring people out of the market. Lastly, I'm just going to go over some of the numbers for Pierce County year over year, month over month, to show you just kind of what's been going on and give you actual data. And it's still pretty surprising. I think what's going to be the most surprising is next month I'll do a follow-up video to this. And when we see the April numbers, I think that's going to show a lot more of that hesitancy as those rates really came up in this last month. There's been the war in Ukraine. There's been just more instability, maybe globally and locally, where people definitely retracted a little bit as far as wanting to go out and look at homes, but there's still tons of offers being made. People are understanding that this is the time right now in the next year, if you're in the market to buy a home, to lock in your interest rate. And we've had a number of listings that have all gone pending still within a matter of days. I'd say probably 4 days. We just had one go pending, and it's probably been as high as maybe 10 days. So the market is still moving. So this is an interesting one, the closed sales report for Pierce County residential. And when we look at the year to date, 2021 to 2022, again, that's taking in everything so far, January, February, March. In 2021, there was 2,964 closings of residential. In 2022, there's 2,759. So about 200 less closings for that year-to-date period. However, if we look at March to March, we see that there's 1,163 in 2021, up to 2,000 in 2022, there's 1,195. So it's not a huge increase, but there is 30 more closed units than last year. So maybe what we're seeing is that people held back right after the first of the year. Uncertainty about what was going to happen with interest rates, and just a lot of people putting a lot of doom and gloom into the market. So they decided to hold back, and it's actually always a little bit of a slowdown anyway in January and February, and now the market's going to start picking up. So I think that's kind of what's going on, and we'll see what happens in April. Again, I think that's going to be the really telling video that I'll put out, hopefully not next week. I don't think all the data will be in yet, but maybe the week following that. And we'll be able to contrast that to this video and see if there's really any more of a slowdown, or if people are recognizing that if they're gonna buy, now's the time to get out there and buy. Average sales price year to date, last year in 2021, on closed listings again, this was 509,000, and this year was at 594,000. And really interesting to note on the closed sales report for the residential in Pierce County is the average days on market. Again, this takes into the account of the actual sold listings. And in March of 2021, they were at 16 days. This year, March 2022, they're at 15 days. So they've gone down by a day. Shows that houses are still going off the market pretty quick, even with those interest rates starting to rise. Just again to reiterate that the reason why we don't predict that the housing market is just going to crash is because of that low inventory. And even though mortgage rates are high right now, they're still very low historically. We are just very spoiled over the last couple of years. But knowing that the rates are going to continue to go up, like we've said so many times, lock in those rates now so it doesn't crush your buying power, because home prices are going to continue to go up. And if you wait, you're going to miss out on those homes and the opportunities that you may have right now. And I'm going to keep diving into all the stats and data every week to make you the most well-informed and equipped when you decide to get into the home buying process. If you guys have any comments or questions, please leave comments down below. We'll get back to you. We love answering your questions, chatting with you guys online, and figuring out what everybody's feeling. It really helps us put out better videos, better content for you. So remember to like and share these videos on Facebook and Instagram. Make sure you go over to YouTube, like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification, and you will be notified every single time we put out a new video. That's it again for this week, you guys. A lot of fun. I hope you guys got some good information, and we will see you next week.